What's going on, guys? It's your boy GS bringing you guys another online ranked match. And right there you see I got a message from Purify who lets me know that he is a soldier in Afghanistan. And it really meant a lot to me that he sent me a message letting me know that he would watch my Madden videos whenever he has the chance. And they really helped him get his mind off of the everyday struggle that is in Afghanistan. And no need to thank me. I want to thank you for putting your life on the line on a daily basis to ensure us as Americans the freedom that we have and, us to remain safe. And, I pray that you return to your family and friends safely. And it means a lot to me that you're able to, take these videos for what they're meant for. Just to, get away from the world for 10 to 15 minutes at a time. Just forget about everything that's going on. And, again, thank you for everything that you're doing for me and us as Americans in this country. To begin the game, he has ball first, so obviously, we're filling him out. Look at Watt right there. Just block shedding, making him lose 4 yards on the very first play. So that right there already puts him in bad passing situations. So on 3rd and 14, he's looking, he backs up, and he's looking. He ends up throwing over towards the right, and we end up batting that down. So we end up stopping him on his first possession, which I believe is the toughest possession to stop somebody. You don't know what their offense is. You don't know how they like to construct their offense. You don't know if they like to run, if they like to pass, where they like to pass, doing things like that. So, us being able to get 4 down stops is great, and then we give it to Arian Foster. That man is a beast. Allow me to tell you, after this game, I feel like Arian Foster is the best running back in this game. Now, I know you guys may be like, what about Adrian Peterson? Adrian Peterson is a beast. He's faster, he's stronger, he's more agile, he's more elusive. I know all that. But look at this user pick. Don't test the user. He's so disrespectful. Somebody, please send this man a link to my channel. Let him know. Do not throw the ball my way. You gotta look at the things that Arian Foster does in this game. It's absolutely just incredible. You'll see. Just watch the game and look at what he does. After this game, I literally, I put the controller down, I put my head down, I was like, yo, that dude's the truth. I think he's the best running back in the game. If you guys disagree, maybe you haven't played with Arian Foster lately. That dude is a beast. But we're up 14-0 now. He's starting to, run. And this is, I'll give him credit. This is the type of opponent where I feel like I don't go against too often. He's the type of opponent who, no matter what the score is, he's going to continue running the ball. He's not going to, automatically go 4 or 5 receiver sessions, just start throwing the ball like crazy just because he's losing. He keeps a level head, and he continues to run the ball throughout the game, and that rarely happens. Usually, when I'm up 2 possessions, that's it. The running game is out the window. They continue to just pass, and then that may lead into another mistake, and, the game's over at that point. So, kudos to him for, being the type of player which more people should be like. Always try and keep the ball on the ground if you could. And just look at Foster. He had an amazing game this game. We go to Owen. This is before the update too. I'm not sure when this game was played, but this is, I think, the Texans now. I think they're 90 overall, 91 or 89. I know they're higher than what they were before. Schaub is a 91. Foster was a 98. And the Texans are they the best team in the game? Now, to me, I feel like the Steelers play the best for me. I would rather pick the Steelers. But if somebody, I don't know, man, the Texans might be the best team in the game. I mean, they got Joseph, who's just a shutdown machine. They got Watt, who's the block shedding. If they kept Mario Williams, if Mario Williams was on the opposite side of Watt, could you imagine the destructibility that they would be causing? I know Mario Williams got to have his head down like, it's not a me, it's not a Mario. If he stayed over here in Texas, they would have been the best team in the NFL, the best team in the game. The way their defense is playing now, I think they would have been the best team in the game. And by Madden, just to have Mario Williams and Watt on the opposite ends of each other, it would have been a whole lot. Mario Williams is 95? Watt's 97? That would have been deadly, man, if they would have kept Mario Williams. But even without him, the team is just absolutely great. Playing with them, I have the same feel as the Ravens, the Steelers. Their defense is just so good that I'm just picking regular cover ones or whatever. You just see the defense make plays. You're seeing block sheds from the line. You're seeing linebackers, stop the run in the gap. You're seeing cornerbacks playing tight man-to-man defense. And, these are the type of teams that I enjoy playing with because they give me a defensive edge. Somebody like me who's such an offensive genius is really horrible on defense. So, being able to play with a team like this where they do everything for me, it makes it easier for me to go ahead and be able to win games, And a lot of the times, it's not easy to beat a tough Madden player with a really good team, if you're good, you can win with any team. I've gotten wins with the Browns and the Colts and all these. I mean, the Colts aren't bad, but before, when the year started, they were kind of bad. And, it's not like I can't win with those teams, but it's going to be a struggle. If I'm going against somebody who knows what they're doing, I'm going to have to pray for a mistake and, hope, because their defense doesn't do the things like the Texans do. Did you see the very first play? If you rewind to the very first play of the game where Watt had a block shed for a negative 4-yard tackle, that never happens with the Browns. That rarely ever happens with the Titans and things like that. Having teams where they just do things like that manually definitely helps me defensively, and it makes it tougher to beat me when I have a defense just shutting everything down for me. And, we got a 13-point lead, and, he's still moving the ball. He's made a couple of mistakes, but, he's still, moving the ball positively. He's definitely got some weapons in Arizona. Heap is good. They have man, Larry Fitzgerald's an absolute monster, man. That dude catches everything. That dude is absolute monster. And when I play with the Cardinals, it's so tough not to just throw him the ball at all times, man. Same thing with the Texans, man. It's like I want to run the ball, but I also want to pass to Andre Johnson every single time. Right there, he hits me with a beautiful precision pass towards the right. He ends up scoring a touchdown over the middle with Larry Fitzgerald. So that right there makes it a one-possession game. I do get ball back at halftime, so that right there helps. And we don't have much time, but we got 3 timeouts. We can see if we can make something happen right here. We go to the screenplay, and we run out of bounds to go ahead and save ourselves a timeout. So 14 seconds left. We want to get in at least field goal range. Oh, Schaub, you had him. He was open. He was open. You can't get no more booty hole naked than that. And Schaub missed him. Excuse me. That right there would have been short a field goal right there, but then we just end up forcing a pass right there, and we end up getting picked off. And he ends up doing a Hail Mary, but he doesn't get anything to end the half. So, we're up 7 points. For whatever reason, I felt like I should be up more, but, us kicking field goals, he stopped us a couple of times. So, we're able to maintain a lead, which is always good. Whenever I have the ball in the second half, I want to be able to just somehow get the ball with the lead to be able to contribute again to that lead and be able to do things. And just look at Arian Foster. 6 rushes, 125 yards. The dude falls forward. He's quick. He's fast. He's such a big back that I don't know, man. He's just an incredible rusher. If you guys haven't played with the Texans lately, play with them and just run the ball. 3rd and 17, just run the ball. Arian Foster is somehow going to trip over that first down mark. I don't know what it is. I think one time in practice mode, I made it to like a 4th and 78 on, whatever yard line, and he got tackled, and he just kept stumbling forward until he got the first down. The dude is just an absolute monster, man, and again, it's really not the tough one. He got an interception right there. It's really kind of tough not to want to pass the ball. But the way Foster was playing this game, it made it easy to go ahead and just give him the ball, man. This is, I think, the best running game that I've had this year. So effective. And, again, I think Foster may be the best running back in the game. Texans may be the best team in the game. They're definitely balanced offensively and defensively. The reason why I prefer the Steelers is because their run defense is so phenomenal. I always come out in pass coverage defense, quarters or dime. Ever since like Madden 5, I'd rather prepare for the pass than the run. And just being in a dime, just being in a dime formation with just one linebacker. That one linebacker is Jerome Harrison. I don't know. They're making plays. And I think they suit me well because they stop the run very. Look at Foster. Just look at him. Just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, breaking. Look at him. Look at him falling for like an extra 8 yards. The dude is a beast, man. Actually, I think it may be really close between them and the Steelers. I mean, the Ravens are there, and I'm talking about for me. You know, the Ravens are close there, and so are the 49ers, but I prefer the Steelers, and I could possibly prefer the Texans over the Steelers if I play with them more, but I don't play with them enough, so I know what the Steelers can do for me. Texans, I've only played, 3 or 4 games with them. The Steelers, I played a lot more. And, you know, I just know that they're vicious on the run. They hit hard. That's the thing that separates them between any other team. They get so many manual hit sticks. It's just incredible. They hit hard. You're almost like guaranteed one fumble, or just from the computer being able to hit stick them. You know, they're very vicious. And as you can see, we're pretty much running away with the game. You know, we're doing what we want on offense. Defense, we're able to stop them just enough to be able to, create that gap in the lead. And, you know, Schaub is throwing dots. Our offense is playing pretty well. We're running the ball really, really good. We haven't made any mistakes on offense, so that right there really, really helps. Whenever I get into trouble offensively, it's just because I force bad passes, I make a wrong read. But, you know, so far I haven't made any mistakes, and he has made several. So that's the difference, you know, in the ball game. You know, it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. You know, he's had drives where he was just eating the defense up, but then he'll have drives where he just makes a complete mistake, and I was able to capitalize off that. And, you know, Beanie Wells, he's a running back that I like too. He's an Arian Foster type. I mean, not as dynamic as Arian Foster, but I like those backs that just fall forward. You know, I'll get Beanie Wells and it'll be 2nd and 1, and he'll get stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but then he'll just truck forward and things like that. I like, you know, the big backs. And whenever you have a big back with speed, like Foster, because Lord knows Beanie Wells don't have that speed, but Foster has, you know, breakaway speed where he's able to score, you know, a touchdown on one play, which I've done, I think, twice already this game. Beanie Wells doesn't. You know, he's got 86, 87, 88. I don't know what his speed is, but he's definitely not as fast as, you know, Foster. And, I don't even know how much faster Foster is. I don't know. He was outrunning a lot of people this game, so I don't know what his speed is, but we definitely had just a dynamic offensive game. And, you know, I really, really, really like playing with the, you know, the higher teams, the Steelers, the Texans, and things like that. And I'm thinking a lot of you guys are requesting to do a playbook scheme from the San Francisco 49ers playbook. If you guys would like that, let me know. I am going to post the games that I have already with the Oakland scheme, but I just don't like it. That playbook does not suit me. I really couldn't find anything out that playbook. I look up and down. There was nothing that suited me whatsoever. I mean, I think I was 6-2 with it. But, I mean, that was just doing cheesiness. I mean, you'll see it when I play it. You're just going to be like, well, that's just pure cheese. That's garbage. But, I mean, it was working, but I just don't like playing that style of football, you know. And a lot of you guys were saying, you know, the 49ers playbook is really good. So I'm thinking about doing that. You know, if you guys would like that, let me know. Or is there, I know before that, a lot of you guys were like the Panthers. Do the Panthers. So I might do the Panthers. I might do the 49ers, I mean, whichever one you guys prefer. You guys preferred Oakland, and none of you guys say, hey, do Oakland. It's such a great book. You guys let me know. Do Oakland. Nobody does Oakland. It's not that good of a book. Can you find something in there? The answer is no. I could not. I do not like that playbook whatsoever. There was nothing in there, excuse me, that suited me as an offensive player. They didn't have any good running formations that I liked. They didn't have any good passing formations that I liked. So I basically did single back bunch, single back ace, which is, you guys don't know, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and it was just streak cheese. You know, I'm just cheesing via streaks because I really couldn't find anything in that playbook that I liked that fit me as an offensive player. And I know some of you guys might be like, well, I'm 97-3 with the Oakland playbook. I've been winning with the Oakland playbook since 1994. You know, but that's just not me. I do not like that playbook. So I'm thinking either 49ers or Panthers. You know, whichever one you guys prefer, you know, go ahead and let me know, and I'll gladly do that for you guys. So this right here is the end of the game. And I end up calling a timeout. I did a dirtbag move, I'll be honest. Oh, we got an alarm going on. Why is my alarm going off at 151? You see, that lets you know I work overnights. That's my 151 alarm where I come home at 9 a.m. I want to sleep. Now, I don't want to sleep too long. You know, I want to wake up around 2. That way I can spend time with my family, you know, work on, you know, the videos and things like that and have all that stuff going. Right here, we try a 5-receiver set, and that's why I never did the 5-receiver set. I got picked off. But that's the end of the game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter if you guys don't already. Subscribe to my new channel if you guys haven't already. Also, like the video if you were entertained. Leave it on your favorites like if you want to watch it again. And, you know, that's it. Again, thank you, Purify, for everything you are doing out there in Afghanistan. And, you know, in the future, wherever they send you, thank you for your daily duties protecting us as Americans. It truly means a lot to me, and I love you for that. Thank you very much. And every other soldier was out there, I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you very much. And that's it, man. I'm out, babe. Give it to me, baby.